Hey guys, this is Valerie Smith, and I'm the publisher of Writer Now magazine, and we're a Florida publication that's charity and benefit driven. And I've got a special guest host, Kenny Wilkerson.
How you doing, Valerie?
Rockin Wilkerson.
Yeah,
Kenny the Rocker.
Well, that's radio doing that. Yeah, I got stuck with that.
I'm so happy to have you here on my first show because, you know, it's been a long time for me. I was on TV in Tampa Bay a long time ago.
Oh, you're talking about TV's been a long time for you.
Yeah. It's been a long
okay,
time
I was
since I've
confused
done
what you were talking
TV.
about. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
No, I've been doing a lot of stuff with you lately, and it's been rocking.
Appreciate it. I really do appreciate it.
So anyway, tell our viewers a little bit about you.
Just
Where
me in
you're
general?
Well, you're from, what is Nova Rex, you know?
Well, I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, but I have been in Florida, I don't know, since '95. So I've lived here longer than I've lived up there.
Wow.
I'm a Sagittarius. My favorite color is blue.
There you go.
What else would you like to know?
For the ladies that are listening.
I'm just saying.
Well, you know, first of all, what made you become a musician?
You know, people ask me that. I think a lot of musicians have the same story. Here's how it worked out for me. When I was about 13, 14 years old, couldn't even drive yet, I had my first little cover band, and my mom had to drop me off because I wasn't even old enough to drive yet. I did a little house party. There was like 10 people there. 10 people. We knew like 8 songs, 10 songs, and there was 3 girls, and all 3 girls tried to pick me up. And I've been doing it ever since.
So it was the girls.
Of course.
Not the money, right?
It's never about the money.
Not the money.
No, no.
Well, you know, I grew up in Nashville. My dad was a promoter, kind of.
Okay.
And all my life we had people in and out of our house that were trying to break into the music industry.
I'll tell you, I say it all the time. If I picked any other profession, I would be retired by now.
There you go.
As hard as I've worked, you know. But it's rock and roll. I love rock and roll.
There you go. Well, listen, you have a great radio show, too, and I have been flattered to be able to help sponsor
I really appreciate
your 4-minute rock report. Tell us about your radio show.
Well, what happened was a good friend of mine, Glenda, G-Love,
right?
I was doing a podcast with her for, man, it seemed like maybe a year and a half, 2 years, just on Monday nights. And we were bringing in guys from, Jack Russell from Great White, or, Steve Lynch from Autograph, those kind of people's on Monday nights, because I happen to have a little bit of a Rolodex.
Right.
And then there's a new station up there called Florida Man Radio in Orlando. It's 105.5 FM. I think the station's been there a year, September, or something like that. It's a pretty new station.
Right.
It's got Bubba the Love Sponge, the Shannon Burke Show, Justin Clark, and then we come on at 7 to 8 p.m., and they just picked us up, and we're flattered to be on there. And then, of course, I needed sponsors for FM radio, and we're doing it.
Well, you know, it's addictive. Because, now I got to be on my phone to watch that show at 7 to 8 o'clock. I don't care what's going on in my world. I got to have my phone on.
But you enjoy the show.
I do. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And, it's you helped me with a big thing, and I want to give everybody a shout out about that. We did an Easter basket thing. We did an Easter basket campaign on your show, and it was very successful. Thanks to Fran Hosh, because she's our median charity sponsor.
Yep. Good girl.
We wanted to do something for the community, and there's so many people that were out of work that we decided, you know what? How about we make Easter baskets? Because not everybody can afford candy and baskets when they're struggling to pay the rent.
We did a thing where all you had to do was text in, tell us the age, your name, the kids, what kind of occupation, because we were just kind of taking a survey on it. And we gave away all the baskets in no time.
Right, and I think we've got a picture of that if we can get that clip up. I'm pretty sure that we have a picture of us there in our glory, and there you go. And so you guys know, he had nothing on under those scrubs.
I did not. I am wearing boots though, so it's still rock and roll. That was awesome. The baskets were very, very nice. The people that all showed up. It was funny because we had a time. What time was it that they came by? Was it like
from 1 to 2 at La Spada's? Let's give La Spada's some love.
La Spada's. They're a sponsor of the station.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you said what was it again?
1 to 2.
1 to 2. So yeah, by 1:15, we were all out of baskets. They all showed up right away. Just lined up the cars, and we were passing out baskets and ate a big old sub.
It was very cool. And, I walked one mom to her car because she had 2 children and 2 baskets. And we gave them a sub. We're like, well, go in and get a sub, too, because we want to give La Spada some love, too, with them being a small business.
Great Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah. And she, on the way back, she was, in tears. I work for Disney, and, I'm on furlough now, and, I don't know what we're going to do. And I'm like, girl, it's going to get better. My Baptist upbringing.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, it's going to get better, I promise.
Preach.
I promise. God's got this. And so it turned out really good.
they were all appreciative.
Oh, yeah.
And you could tell they were people that were very happy
Yeah.
and all that. And we took care of a lot of the kids, thanks
Yeah.
to this person right here.
Fran giving me money. I
Yeah.
don't think we're supposed to do that.
Oh,
Hey, thanks to Fran giving
Yep.
me money. That's what it was, you
give
know.
it baskets.
And for 10 years, she's been whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
I just start
Valerie-
saying I'm going to do it, and she starts helping me pay for
The
it.
one thing about Valerie that I know now is that Valerie says she's going to do it. She's going to do it.
Yep.
And you have the respect from people like that, like Fran, that
Yeah.
that understand that when you say you're going to do this and this is what it's for, you don't have to fill out lots of paperwork. You just have
There
to
you
make
go.
a phone call, right?
Well, I hate to say it, but I usually ask for forgiveness and not permission. I kind of live my life that way. And so far, I hadn't gotten in trouble with it yet. It's been 10 years now. I mean, I'm talking
Knock
about
on wood.
from carrying homeless
I know.
veterans food packs on the side of the road to, of course, donating to the food pantry.
Well, no, I was really excited what you did this month in Writer Now as far as giving the free ads out
Oh,
to people in
yeah.
need.
Thank you.
That was very nice, yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that because
Yeah.
I'm kind of scatterbrained. When I said to them, man, the economy is just gonna crash right now.
Right.
I have no advertisers that can afford to pay.
Right.
Besides Eric, God bless him. And Fran said, Valerie, what can we do?
Yeah.
She said, can I pay for your advertisers this month? And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
And she said, not a problem. She wanted to pay for liquid therapy and no-tow motorcycle towing, which are really solid people with my magazine for years now.
Right.
And then, so this month, I thought, you know what? Let's do it free for anybody that wants an ad. Anybody in Tampa Bay. Of course, we're Daytona Beach all the way over to Scooter Haven and Crystal
Sure.
River and Crossroads Lodge north.
Right.
We're all over and central, and we have a big following in Ocala with the
Yes, you
Shrine
do.
Club. But people were coming out of the woodwork. This thing is full
Yeah, I've seen it.
of free ads.
Well,
you know.
I didn't ask for ad because I got the cover.
There you go, and the centerfold, I think.
Oh, and the centerfold. You always got to have a centerfold.
And usually in the
Is there,
centerfold,
is there a staple right there on my junk? Like, who was that?
we'll do that next time.
Who was the Smokey and the Bandit guy?
Yeah, really. Yeah, Bert.
Burt Reynolds, he
Yeah,
got that staple, right?
Yeah, there you go. Well, we'll get you on that later.
That's dating us a little bit. But
Yeah, we got to ask Monique, though, if that's okay. Kenny on a rug with a staple in his junk. I mean, how great would that be?
Jeez, go for it.
But anyway, now look, the reason I have you
Two
here.
staples, by the way. I'm just letting you know. It takes two staples.
The real reason I have you here
Yes.
is because you have a cookbook out.
Yes, a cookbook.
Featuring artists. Here you go, look.
I got one right here.
We
in my
got one
hand.
too.
Yeah, I got them today. So they're out in the
Wonderful.
mail. But what happened with the cookbook is I have a son that has Asperger's, which is a form
Right.
of autism.
Right.
I've dealt with it his whole life.
Yes.
And so, I started, I don't know how, I mean, that's my backstory on the autism. But had another radio show for a couple of years, and I had a Sunday night radio show, and I was interviewing some of these guys in the book, and somebody gave me a recipe. It was just kind of a fun thing. I was like,
Right.
I'm in New Orleans. They're like, oh, I'm from New Orleans. And
Right.
so I picked up a couple more. And then I met this charity called We Rock for Autism. It's a 501c out of South Florida. And they do music therapy for kids with autism, which is great. I understand it because kids with autism, they just hear things differently. They're wired differently.
Yes.
They're all like little mini superheroes.
Right.
And so when I was doing some shows, and I met the guy at festivals signing guitars, and they were raffling and stuff. So I got to be friends with him. So
Right.
the charity's legit. And then as far as the book went, I just started reaching out to the rock and roll community. A lot of these, we've played with over the years on the road.
Right.
And I tell the story about the last guy I got in the book was Don Dokken. We were in Montana doing a show out there, opening up for Don, and we're having dinner together. And he's like, I cook. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, you cook? I got a cookbook, blah, 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 blah. So then,
Very cool.
he couldn't wait to get a recipe in it.
Yeah.
But I have members of, Ozzy, White
Right.
Snake, Quiet Riot, Stone Sour, Warrant, Poison, Evanescence, Great White, Queen's Right, Skid Row, Toto, Dokken, and of course, Nova Rex.
Very cool.
And that's just the cover. There's 57 rockers total in the book, and a lot of them, what they'll do, it's family recipes, and they'll just do like a little bio on them.
Right.
On what's going on. Like, for instance, let me get you one here. I can show you.
Well, I cook like one of those guys.
Oh, the
Snicker
Snickers
bar.
That's Steve Lucas from Toto.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness! Look, we need to do a cookbook that just involves sticking it in the microwave and pushing the button.
Yeah, right. Here's one with Roy from Stone Sour, the drummer from Stone Sour. It says something along the lines like, when he was a kid, he used to play on pots and pans, and now he cooks, So it's really cute little stories. I got Joey Allen's mom's marinara sauce right here. So back from, I think he's from Italy. But anyways, lots of good recipes.
Very cool. Now, if somebody wants to buy that book,
yes,
how could they get in touch
it's
with
real
you
simple.
to get that book?
You go to Rockin Recipes for Autism. It's Rockin without a G. RockinRecipesForAutism.com.
Perfect.
And it tells you why did the book, all about the charity. It tells you the people that are in the book, and you just they have a preview of it as well there.
Right.
And you just click order now.
Perfect.
So,
well,
yeah.
We are charity and benefit driven, and I'm flattered that we can have
I say that every night on the radio, by the way.
I know you do.
I got the rap down. I don't have to read the paper anymore.
And you almost got Fran's name right.
Oh man,
It's Hosh. Hosh. I know, it's too funny. But I love your show. I love the people on your show. I love the fact that you actually do care about other people.
Oh, well, thank you.
I mean, how hard is this? How hard is that to put something for charity?
Hardest thing I've ever done.
I'm sure.
But most rewarding thing I've ever done. So
Right.
I'm excited about that. Even my kid was a little bit excited. Well, you know what he was excited about? I've been talking about this and kind of half working on it for a couple of years.
Right.
The last year I really buckled down and had to try to raise the money for this book, which
Right.
is very expensive.
Right.
But a couple of weeks ago, they featured it in Rachel Ray magazine.
Wow.
And it mentioned my son's first name, right? Gunner.
Wow.
So I showed him that, and he kind of had a little grin on that one.
Yeah,
Because he
very-
don't get too excited, but not to his dad, but maybe to his friends. But to me, he's like, but he kind of smiled on that one.
Well, going back to where people have come and where we've come in autism, when I first became a student teacher
Right.
in Nashville, they took us to a daycare center.
Right.
And all the kids were autistic, and they all had on helmets.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just, and now, oh my goodness, the kids that do have autism are so high functioning. And
Yeah.
I mean,
they're
it's just
smart.
amazing.
Well, they say guys like Einstein, Beethoven, they were probably autistic. I know that Elon Musk, everybody likes him. That's kind of like my son. Like, I look up to guys like Jimmy Page.
Right,
He looks
right.
up to Elon Musk.
Very cool.
And says he has a form of autism as well.
Sure,
I have a couple
wow.
people in the book as well. I got Ted Poley in the book from Danger, and he says autism.
Yeah, wow.
Asperger's anyways, right? So,
Yeah.
But and then you've seen the one with Steve Lucas from Toto.
Wonderful, yeah.
He's got a son that
Yeah.
has autism. So yeah, and they're all different levels of autism.
Right.
Yeah, my son's high functioning.
Right.
There's just certain things that he gets overstimulated.
Right.
But he was in autistic school, high school, and there was kids in there that didn't even speak.
Yeah.
But or they eat the same lunch every day.
Right.
My son still to this day doesn't wear shoes.
Wow.
He has to wear. He hates socks.
We don't in Tennessee either.
Well, there you go. So
I mean,
I'm like,
hey.
that's the worst I got to worry about.
Yeah,
I'm
and
in
you have
pretty good
kids
shape.
when you're 12. Look, my mom was a grandma at 28. Now I'm serious.
I believe you.
She was.
Back
They
in
thought
my
I was.
in my day, yeah.
Yeah, really. She was married 6 times too.
Yeah. Oh.
Honey, I don't even know 6 men that would marry me. I mean, seriously.
I don't have enough
6
money to marry
times.
6
There
people.
you go. But listen, let's talk about the radio show again, because we have some music that we want to introduce from some local artists.
Yeah.
That's Ben.
Yeah, Ben
Meyer. Yeah, we got a clip because he's someone who sent in an ad to the magazine. Everybody's struggling now with all our bike events shut down.
Yeah.
And we will get out there and we will start doing bike events and going to events and video them out, you guys out on the street. When it opens up, we're going to be right back out there like we always are. But we got a clip we want to play from Ben.
Well, you know what it is with the radio show. We do we're Monday through Friday, 7 to 8, and on Mondays we do interviews with nationals.
Right.
I've done, like I just said, Casey Grillo from Queen's Ride.
Right.
I did. We had Scott from. Scott Bartlett from Saving Abel on Mondays. But on Wednesdays,
Right.
what we do, and I have a special place in my heart for unsigned local artists.
Right.
Because they just don't get the attention. I interviewed a kid last week that's never even been on the radio before.
Wow.
So, I remember the first time I was
Right.
on the radio and how big a deal that was for me. So I thought, terrestrial radio, by the way,
Right.
actual FM, not
Right.
just. And, but like a guy like Ben, we have a thing on Wednesdays it's called the Indie Spotlight, and we'll interview him for 5 or 10 minutes and play part of a song. And
Right, cool.
we should play the clip right now.
Very cool. Can we do that?
Ben Meyer.
That would be great.
You better leave my little girl alone. You better leave. You better leave my little girl alone. Love, I can't even fail. I'm going through something wrong. You come my house just yesterday. I pick up the extension. I hear what you say. Why can't we just go home? Why do you leave that little girl alone? Nobody but me. I'm going through something wrong.
Okay, you heard Ben Meyer. Now, does he not rock? When he sent me that clip, I'm like, oh my God, you're phenomenal, because he makes those expressions and he can really play.
yeah, man.
And you
Got
can,
the rock face.
lowbrowben@yahoo.com. And listen, there he is. There's his picture and there's his website and all that. And now I want to talk to Kenny some more about Nova Rex, and then we're going to give away some Boot Hill Saloon t-shirts.
I'm going to win one.
All right.
So
Tell me about Nova Rex.
Well, Nova Rex, we've been together since 1985. Already that's an accomplishment on its own. That's 35 years.
No kidding.
But no, it's been great. We've a couple new albums. We're working on some new stuff, new videos, just getting ready to go out and hit the road. We're like everybody else. We're just sitting around spinning.
So you were like 5 when you started in Nova Rex,
that is
right?
so sweet.
Yeah.
I was really
Well,
young.
you're a hot young rocker. And I surround myself with really hot, good-looking men. Our next show is going to have Steve Chamberlain. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wrestling guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, tell me what your plans are for the future other than going out on the road. What else are you doing with the cookbook? Tell me more about where you're going to be with the radio show.
Well, the radio show, like I said, we're a couple months into that. You can check us out at floridamanradio.com. You can listen live if you're not in the Orlando area.
Perfect.
We're working on syndication and some other things, so that's really exciting for us.
Perfect.
As far as the band, you can just check us out on all social platforms, and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that. So definitely check us out there, and hopefully we'll be coming to your town soon. And if you don't know about us, ask your mom.
Right, exactly.
And as far as the cookbooks are available now.
Wonderful.
So I'm very, very excited about that. I thought I'd be doing a little bit more cookbook with the time off right now, the last couple weeks, but they're all closed too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're just kind of hanging and waiting. But if you want to get a cookbook, and even though you can't see these rockers right now, but you can still see what they cook. go to rockinrecipesforautism.com, and and like I said, the proceeds go to We Rock for Autism.
Perfect. I love that. Now,
Yep.
here's the other thing.
Yeah, t-shirts.
Let's give away some Boot Hill Saloon t-shirts.
I love Boot Hills.
I need like
We played there at Bike Week.
I know, you tore it up. I was
Yeah.
the guest MC.
Yeah, I remember
We
now.
need to give away like 10 shirts. And, if you just go to the website, writernowmagazine.com,
Yep.
and you can find my contact information, just text me. Can I give my cell number out? And, 352 598-6222, and the first 10 people that text me, I will give you. Here, hold that one.
Oh, I'll
up.
hold that
That's
one
the
up.
girl
Give me some-
one.
I like
I
the
will
girl one.
give you for free a Boot Hill Saloon T-shirt.
There you go.
All right, and thanks so much to Boot Hill Saloon for always being a loyal advertiser. Like I said, we've got No Tow motorcycle towing, which
Yep.
is just the best, and we've also got a new sponsor, Constance After Dark.
Okay.
You know her.
Okay.
She books bands.
Okay.
She's a promoter. And let's see, what else can I tell people? Pick up your magazine all around Tampa Bay, East Coast, West Coast. We're going to get them all out this weekend. You can pick them up at the Harley-Davidson dealerships, or you can go on the website, writernowmagazine.com or writernowmag.com, and pick up a copy, and you'll be able to see everybody that's in here, like Lou from Bellissimo's. This is what we're about. We're about businesses. We're about businesses that are like our Jacksonville business. Like I said, we're from Jacksonville all the way down to Cocoa on the East Coast. On the West Coast, we're as far as Crossroads Lodge, Scooter Haven, which is going to have another big event going on up there, and all of Central Florida.
Yeah.
And tell me what else we can do before we close out the show and
Well,
go
I
to
want to
Reverend
say,
Al.
I want to say, as I promoted tonight on the radio station, go check out Writer Now TV, and how you get to go check that out now. That's on
WeBeamTV.com.
And this is going to air every Saturday at noon.
At noon Eastern time,
Eastern
because
time.
we have people all over the world.
Well,
we
you-
have followers in Ireland and England.
Listen,
I've been around a long time.
Yeah, you're a bigger rock star than me. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
right. Well, really, I did play drums when I was 12
That would have been cool.
in an all-girl country band.
You should have stayed with it. That would have made
I know.
you were ahead of your time, is what
Well,
was.
I had to, because my daddy was in the industry. I had to.
Right.
But anyway, maybe we should talk about Reverend Al. He's got a prison ministry.
Go, Reverend.
I know you've seen Al Paquette.
Oh, yeah, I have.
All tatted up.
Yep, I have. I have. I know who it is. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, let's see what Al's got to say.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Reverend Al here. Carbon element is carbon oxide for rust, and he's my buddy. So, what I want to talk about is it's time we're going through right now. It's a hard time. It's a time that, as the media says, we have an invisible enemy. It's a time that we have to trust. We have to trust that our leaders are making the right decisions. We got to trust our doctors and nurses with our loved ones. We got to trust that a mask that many bikers wear all the time anyway, but a mask is going to help us stay healthy. When I was building this, I have a little welder over there, and I took all my just spare parts and junks, and as you see, it actually stands up. And I had to trust that the weld is going to hold this together. As I'm building it, I got to check it, make sure it's just welded just right. And by building this, I had to trust that it would be okay. And you can see where I'm going at with that. Right now, it's a time that many of us are isolated. Many of us have lack of fellowship because the bars are closed and the bikers are closed and all the events are closed. But the biggest thing right now is we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to trust God. And I did that 35 years ago. I went to a church this month, 35 years ago, in April. I walked into church and I didn't have any answers at all. The only answers I had was in my bottle. I turned it out every time Sharon and I got in an argument, every time my kids messed up or did something I didn't like, I went to the bottle. But I had an opportunity to change my life and trust God. And September will be 35 years from my clean and sober sobriety date. But I had to trust God. I had to trust that He had a better plan for my life than I did. So throughout all this stuff right here, we can eat a take the time and dwell in our own pity, or we can have an opportunity to make ourselves better. You guys have reached out and make masks and help feed people. You guys have taken this opportunity to help people, and we can have an opportunity to bind together as what we do as bikers also, and as what we do as people that help out people. So for me and Sergeant Oxide, we want to help you right now to learn how to trust God and take this opportunity to find out the plan He has for you. And if you need to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me through Facebook. It's so easy. We have a website. Just Google my name, Reverend Al Paquette. But on Facebook, it's just Al Paquette. You can get a hold of me, and we hope you have a blessed day. God bless.
Well, that was really a great message from Reverend Al, who has a huge prison ministry. And right now, with him not being able to get into the prisons, he's kind of flipping out. You know, when I called him up, he kind of freaked because he said, we didn't know, Sharon and I didn't know what we were going to do.
Right.
And I'm like, well, God puts people in my path. You're one of them, and that might be happy or you might not.
You know, you're gonna get your angel wings after all.
There you go.
Know that?
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Hey, I'm coming
I
over-
love
I'm
you
coming over
more
to get a
than you
hug.
know. And thank you so much for coming and doing the show. And I have my mask right here. Look, here's my mask.
Oh.
I know. But anyway, is there anything you want to say as we're rolling out?
Oh, just check us all out on social media. Check out Florida Man Radio, G Love with Real Talk with G Love on Florida Man Radio. Go check all that out. Obviously, Nova Rags. Come be a fan and get you a cookbook while you're sitting around.
And lawfriend.com, because you might need her. She sure helps me. And if you need me, baby, I'm right here for you. Just call me up. Just text me. Just go to the website. If you're struggling right now and you need to be helped, I'm the girl that you need to call.
Yep.
Right? I mean, look at me. I got all these hot men around me. What can I say? What a job!
And check out WriterNowMagazine.com.
That's right. On Writer Now TV at WeBeamTV.com.
Cool.
How was that?